All right, good morning, traders. Today is April 19th, 2024. Thank you for being here. My SPY pivot this morning, 500.46. Above it, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. All of the Fab 5 are in downtrends. All 5 except Diamond Dow made lower lows and lower highs, closing below the bearish trap, below the 17 EMA. Diamond Dow made a higher high and a higher low, closing below the trap, below the 17 EMA. Gold near an all-time high and still in an uptrend, made an inside day, closing above the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. Silver's in an uptrend near a 3-year high, made an inside day, closing above the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. USO still in an uptrend, made a lower high and a lower low, closing under the trap and under the 17 EMA. UNG near an all-time low, made a higher high and a higher low, closing still under the trap, under the 17 EMA. US dollar index still in an uptrend, closed the day around the 106.12 area. All right, let's go take a look at some charts. Hey, good morning, Alan and Marley. All right, let's take this up. All the way up. All right, so here's SPY. Here's the daily candle for yesterday. Lower high, lower low. Closing below the trap. All three, trap and price, below the 17 EMA in a downtrend. SPY. All right, so where did we get the pivot for today? Price came up to this area, 500.46, right about there. All right, and you can see price came down to it this morning. So we came down and we tested up. That's the way the market tells us that's an important number. So above 546, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. All right, so there's SPY. Let's go back to the daily chart. Actually, let's review the 2-hour. Okay, 2-hour, still in a downtrend. I am looking for a 10-minute downtrend. We left the day. We had a consolidated 10-minute chart. So we're looking for a 10-minute downtrend where red erases green. Okay, that's what we're looking for this morning. Still in that 2-hour downtrend. So I'm looking for a 10-minute downtrend. All right, where red erases green. So I'm looking for red candles to erase green candles. Okay, so there's SPY. Let's take a look at QQQ. All right, let's take a look at QQQ on the daily chart. Okay, lower high, lower low, closing below the trap and below the 17 EMA. Notice all three bearish stack below the falling 17 EMA there. There's QQQ. All right, let's take a look at IWM. IWM, lower high, lower low, closing below the trap. All three below the falling 17 EMA there. There's IWM. All right, let's take a look at FNGU. Same thing. Lower high, lower low, closing below the trap. All three below the rolling over 17 EMA. All right, so everything's still in a downtrend. Diamond Dow. A little bit different on Diamond Dow. Higher low, higher high, closing still below the trap, below the falling 17 EMA on Diamond Dow. All right, let's take a look at some energy. All right, so start off with USO. So here's USO. This is yesterday's candle, not this big one. Yesterday's candle, lower high, lower low, closing below the bearish trap under the 17 EMA. So USO still in an uptrend, has to break this low before it becomes any downtrend. Did have a little double top right here, but hasn't broken this low, so we are still in an uptrend even with this 5, 6, 7, 10-day pullback. So there's USO still in an uptrend. UNG still in a downtrend. Okay, so UNG has made a lower low, so it's in a downtrend. Here's the last low. Actually, here's the last low, and then we made a lower low, so that puts us in a downtrend. And for price action yesterday, kind of a little doji pause candle. Got a higher low, higher high closing under the bearish trap, under the 17 EMA. UNG still in a downtrend. Okay, take a look at precious metals. Both of them still in an uptrend. Yesterday's price action, inside day, higher low, lower high. Closing just a little bit over the bullish trap, over the 17 EMA. Let's take a look at GLD. GLD got another inside day, again closing over the bullish trap, over the rising 17 EMA, still bullish. So precious metals, still in an uptrend, still bullish. All right, USO, still in an uptrend, still bullish. UNG, still in a downtrend, still bullish. All right, all five indices, all of the Fab 5, okay, are in downtrends, all right, but bullish so far on the bigger time frame. All right, so they're having a pullback to set that higher low. That's what we're looking for. That higher low where we can play that higher low back up to the prior highs. So that's where we're at with the indices and the FNGU. That's Fab 5. All right, so now let's take a look at our economic calendar. All right, so here's our economic calendar for today. I got a Fed speaker and a rig count, so nothing happening. We got a clear day so far, but it is options expiration Friday, so we'll see how that plays out. Okay, so for the US dollar index, you can see we are in an uptrend. We have made a higher high here, and then a higher low, and then a higher high here, and then a higher low, and then a higher high here, okay, which puts us in an uptrend. Looking for price action to climb up this breakdown candle high. Okay, that's what we're looking for. Right now, we're just kind of consolidating over to the right. All right, so we're looking for it to climb up here, test this area. All right, and then figure out what it wants to do there, whether it wants to consolidate or keep rising up above it. So there's the US dollar. All right, strong dollar is not good for our markets because it makes our goods and services less attractive. Okay, less attractive. All right, we don't have a competitive edge. We have a better edge when we have a weak dollar, because that makes the conversion rate from foreign currencies to the US dollar less expensive, which makes us more competitive in the global market space. So we like to have a weak dollar. China's got a very weak currency, and consequently, they do a lot of business. So you can see a lot of stuff being bought and made in China and sold around the globe. All right, so there's US dollar. Let's take a look at Max Payne for today. Let me just refresh it. It was at 501 last night. It's at 500. So might be seeing a visit to the 500 number sometime today. Put to call ratio, 2.5 puts for every call. All right, might see a put squeeze. We'll see what happens. All right, so that's 2.5 puts for every one call. All right, on the earnings calendar. All right, last night we had SAP, Verizon, and Truist Financials. I guess those are the ones that reported. No, that's not where I wanted to go. We're right here. Okay, so last night we had Taiwan Semiconductor, Netflix, and Intuitive Surgical. All right, so you can see Taiwan Semiconductor. Well, they were at almost $750 trillion. So I guess they kind of fell out of bed. So Taiwan Semiconductor looked like it got a big drop, got a little drop there. Netflix, all right, only $250 billion. Okay, also reported last night. So we had a lot of market cap report last night and this morning. Procter & Gamble reports this morning. That's about $1/3 trillion right there. American Express, $157 billion, and We got some notables, not really notables, but just some familiar names. Schlumberger's $72 billion, Fifth Third Corp, $23 billion. So just some familiar names, but nothing that's going to move the markets like a Procter & Gamble or Taiwan Semiconductor, Netflix. Some of those, they have a whole lot more market cap, and they're capable of affecting the markets more than some of these other ones that we have. So that's on the earnings calendar for today. Procter & Gamble this morning, American Express this morning, Schlumberger this morning. For Monday, all right, we have SAP. That's $210 billion. Verizon, $167 billion. HDFC Bank, $142 billion. And some familiar names right there. Okay, so that's on the agenda for Monday. And for Tuesday, Visa's going to report $500 billion there. Tesla, almost $500 billion there. PepsiCo, $250 billion there. GE Aerospace, $209 billion there. Novartis, $189 billion. Danair Corp, $148 billion. Texas Instruments, $148 billion. Philip Morris, $142 billion. Okay, so a lot of market cap reporting on Tuesday. Some of the big ones in the evening, while some of the other ones, the mid-range, in the morning. All right, so that's what we got for next week. Let's see what we got on Wednesday. Just want to see. All right, for Wednesday. Now, $24th. Okay, so Wednesday we're going to have Meta, which is $1 trillion right there, and then Thermo Fisher, $208 billion. That's for Wednesday. So we got Tuesday, got Visa, Tesla. Monday, we got SAP, Verizon, Light Day Monday. Friday, Procter & Gamble reports. Okay, so that's on the agenda for this week. All right, so for this morning, I'm looking for, we're in a 2-hour downtrend. I'm looking for red candles to wipe out green candles. I'm looking for a 10-minute downtrend that runs away from BYOB. That's what I'm looking for this morning. Okay, so we did the open interest, we did the dollar, we did the economic calendar. We're all set for this morning. All right, you got the marching orders. Okay, above 546, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. All right, I'll take questions in the room. Everybody out there in video land, thank you for subscribing. Had some internet issues. Couldn't even get some charts yesterday in the afternoon. T-Mobile claims it was congestion, which I think is a lie. We're in the fastest growing city, one of the fastest growing cities in the USA and in Florida. And if you can't keep up with growth right now, I don't know where you lie in the economic future. So big trouble with T-Mobile not providing internet yesterday, just crashing. This is not the first time. It's been sporadic all week, so not a good thing. All right, so I'll take questions in the room. Other than that, I'm going to go ahead and render my video. Did get a few videos posted up. One for how I come up with the morning pivot, and a little bit on the 0 DTE spreads. All right, I got those posted up there on the channel. So again, thank you for everyone that leaves kind comments and has subscribed. I look forward to trading with each and every one of you. Car lunch number 5. Or is that 4? Oh, Carlucci. Carlucci V. All right. Good morning. Yeah, I'm feeling better. You know, I was sick last week. This week, the internet got sick. So, you know, maybe next week. We'll see what happens. Maybe Friday's the day. We'll see what happens. All right. So, all right. So I'll take questions if there aren't any. I'm going to go ahead and render my video. Other than that, I'm going to step on about 15 minutes before the market opens and just review the marching orders.